Hello, Internet! It's my first show!
The premiere!
Look at me, I'm growing up. Terrible. It is the premiere of this new, fantastic, oh my god, the most amazing YouTube show ever! I'm giving it a shot. I am David the Film Junkie. That means I love films, and I like to shoot them up my arm. That was weird. This is the first show. Basically what the show is going to be about. Film, news, and reviews. Because I love films, I love watching films, and I love reviewing films, giving my input. If you don't like it, well, shut up. You don't have yourself a show. Even though you could, because it is free. So basically the whole thing of the show is I'm going to give some news, you know, maybe stuff that you haven't heard about, or stuff that you have heard about. Some film reviews, I'm going to give some bad reviews. Good reviews and stuff like that. That means I'm gonna have to see a lot more movies, which that's gonna be pretty expensive. But hey, you know, you do what you gotta do, right? You know, I was a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little nervous. I've never really done anything like this. So I had to, like, you know, mentally and physically prepare myself for such a thing. Good enough, you're smart enough, gosh darn it, people like you. Human Torch was denied a bankroll. Anyways, I can't believe I actually did that. Let's get on with it. Let's start the show. I am about to cry. I'm just gonna start off by talking about a couple of superhero movies. Batman, the third Batman, because I'm a huge Batman fan. That was weird. As you know, the third Batman's gonna be coming out in about 2012, May of 2012. Christopher Nolan, this is his final one, which is sad. He says, you know, basically all good trilogies are trilogies. That's terrible. Basically all good series of movies come in threes, so that makes a lot of sense. So he's basically gonna end it with this one, and it's gonna be called The Dark Knight Rises, which is kind of a... The Dark Knight Rises! They finally announced the villains for the next movie, which, you know, a lot of kind of caught a lot of people off guard, because I think everybody was really going for the Riddler. Johnny Depp for the Riddler, let's do this! That would be badass, because Christopher Nolan is like really good at like creating these crazy little fucking twists and all these little things. And who saw Inception? Jesus Christ, was that not just a mind fuck? So I was hoping it was going to be the Riddler, because I'm thinking, you know, Riddler, he's got all the puzzles and all the freaking crazy stuff. But no, he decides to go a different route. When the first Batman came out, I was pretty, like, surprised. Like, what? Fucking Scarecrow? Ra's al Ghul. Okay. It worked. It really worked. And so basically they announced that it's going to be Catwoman, which is going to be played by Anne Hathaway, which a lot of people are not really liking it. If you really go online right now, you can see a lot fanboys and a lot of people kind of pissed off about it, which is, it's understandable. It is a very weird, like, you know, choice. But then again, when when they announced that Heath Ledger was going to play the Joker, I was like, what? The guy who gave a fucking cock meat sandwich to Jake Gyllenhaal? Yeah, I was like, no. Until I saw the freaking teaser trailer, then I was like, oh my god, I'm in love with Heath Ledger. So, you know, Anne Hathaway is going to play Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman, made famous by Michelle Pfeiffer in the original Batman Returns. And then totally fucking hammered by Halle Berry in the actual Catwoman movie. She looks hot, but she really scares me. Anyways, so Anne Hathaway is playing Catwoman, which is I think this would be a good choice. She is a good actress, and let's face it, if you go out there and, you know, look for some pictures, she's pretty hot. Anywho, the other villain basically is going to be Bane. If you're not familiar who Bane is, he's not really a comic character, but in the comic book, he basically wears this mask. He's fucking huge and buff and lifts weights and I think I hurt myself. He has this venom crap that's like this shit that's like pumped into his head and his body that makes him like huge and obviously really strong. It's maybe you guys saw Batman and Robin when they completely fucked that character up. Let's face it, we're trying to forget that movie, Batman and Robin, with George Clooney as Batman. It's just a bad taste that it leaves in your mouth. Bane's gonna be the other character, played by Tom Hardy. If you don't know who Tom Hardy is, he was the guy with the accent, really, in Inception, which is a really good actor. And he's working with Christopher Nolan again, because Christopher Nolan, I guess, you know, he likes to work with the same actors. Super excited about it, of course. It comes out next year, 2012, right before the whole world blows up. That's in Batman news right there. In other news, or superhero news, they've released 2 pictures of the new Spider-Man played by Andrew Garfield. Here's the first one. The costume is a little different, slightly different, and if you look closely at the wrist, this time they're not. This time, if you remember in the original ones with Tobey Maguire, he kind of had these little like you know, bulbous like herpy looking things. I shot his spider semen all over the place. Who the hell cleans all that shit up after Spider-Man has gone through the town, like shooting his spider jizz everywhere? Somebody's gotta clean that up. That's gotta suck. These are the questions I think about when the power goes out. That's the first picture they released, and I don't know how I feel about it. Basically, he looks like a dork. I mean, Andrew Garfield, if you don't know who he is, he played the friend in Social Network. He looks like a dork. Anyways, back to what I was saying. In this movie, if you look closely to the wrist, they are going to use the little web contraptions that Peter Parker has created because he's so smart, so cool. I'm having a moment. That's my thoughts about that. That's basically all the movie news I got right now. Latest box office scores, I guess you could say. No Strings Attached was #1, made about $20 million. It's about, you know, fuck buddies. With Natalie Portman, which I love you. Her and Ashton Kutcher try to do the whole, you know, let's just be friends and have sex every now and then because that works. And second place was The Green Hornet, which I'm not too sure how I feel about because Seth Rogen in an action film, I don't know. The other guy seems like he's badass, but Seth Rogen, you know, just kind of nothing against Seth Rogen. I like Seth Rogen. I like a lot of his movies. It just doesn't seem like it. Anyways, third place was The Dilemma, followed by The King's Speech, and then True Grit. Those were the top 5 right there. #6 was The Black Swan, and it's time for a film review. Told you this thing was going to be intense. Anyways, The Black Swan. Ooh, yeah. Good movie. No, really good movie. I'm not slamming it. This is actually going to be a good film review. I know it's a little belated because it's been out for like a month. First show, I should give a film review. But anyways, Black Swan basically follows this ballerina who is very controlled by her mom. She's trying to get the lead part to the, you know, the Black Swan, basically. And she's really talented, really gifted, and, you know, blah, 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 but she's too goody-goody. The guy gives her, the main guy, the director guy with the English accent, gives her a shot. Just kind of mind fucks her. I mean, it's bad. It kind of just, like, gets her to go to the dark side, you know, which basically what the movie's about. And then you got Mila Kunis. I love you. She's kind of like the bad one and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so anyways. And then she wakes up and it's really it was like all a dream or something like that. And then all of a sudden she gets in touch with her dark side. She kind of tells her mom to fuck off. Blah, blah, blah. It basically ends with her almost basically killing herself. What? So anyways, guys, that was the first show. I hope you enjoyed it. David the Film Junkie. Please, let's try to get this thing, you know. Trying to get this thing cool. Subscribe to my channel. Hopefully be posting probably these like once a week to start. Please leave some comments below of what you think about, you know, everything I've talked about, just below right there where my balls are. Oh yeah, right there. Right there, write a paragraph. I'm just so weird. But I thank you guys for watching. You stay classy, internet. Ha 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 ha!